So right now I've been sort of in a transitional space where I've been trying to really figure out what I want. I've been in the construction industry for about 8 years now. I've been in Atlanta for about the same amount of time. And I came to a point where I was like, okay, is this the best industry for me? Is this the best work environment for me? Hi, my name is Bree Patterson. I have been working in marketing in a range of fields for about past about 15 years. So I've worked most recently in construction. I'm currently at an ad agency. Prior to that, I worked in real estate, hospitality, nonprofits, political things, all kinds of things for the past few years. Marketing, event planning, graphic design, social media, things like that.
What has been a recent adulting scenario for you when it comes to being in the construction industry that you're currently trying to overcome at this time? And for our young professionals out here who are watching at this time, what tips or advice would you have for them as far as overcoming that same scenario if they're also going through that themselves?
Taking up space. I've been a person that being a woman in this industry, being a black woman in this industry, people tend to sort of overrun you. So one of my main things I've been working on is public speaking. One of the things I did recently, I went to Oreo's HVAC class, and I just did a little presentation on goals. And then I had one guy, he just hammered me with career questions, and I was like, I didn't know I had all these answers. I'm proud of myself. Don't be afraid to take up space. Don't be afraid to speak loudly. Always be present. And also always take notes.
Is there any personal scenarios that you're currently going through at this time when it comes to adulting that you have as far as tips or advice for our young professionals out there who may be going through the same thing?
So right now I've been sort of in a transitional space where I've been trying to really figure out what I want. I've been in the construction industry for about 8 years now. I've been in Atlanta for about the same amount of time. And I came to a point where I was like, okay, is this the best industry for me? Is this the best work environment for me? And can I find something better? I've been going on informational interviews, going to networking events, just trying to sort of test out all kinds of things. I talked to a woman at NAWIC about safety. She was a safety manager. She's like, yeah, I go out and I make guys do yoga in the morning to make sure they stretch before they're out in the hot sun hammering and lifting all day. And I'm like, that seems like a cool career. And I've just been exploring all kinds of things. So right now I think I settled on what I want. I've recently started at an ad agency, and that's something that it's been a goal of mine for several years. So glad to be there.
And you don't really realize those things until you do them.
You're in it,
yeah. Like you have an overall set plan as far as like, oh, this is what I want to do. But you don't really know if that's what you want to do until you actually like pushed into it or you actually do the stuff. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I do have one final question for you before we wrap things up here. If you could think of a random dance move that would express how adulting is making you feel today, what would that dance move be?
So I feel like I have been going in circles as far as my career, what I wanted to do, a lot of repetitive tasks in the similar jobs, but in way different industries. So I am going to go around, and around, and around. Yeah.